don't know if we really need the picture-in-picture. So, unable to. All right, well, let's see. Let's see if I can see it over here. If I go to live. Can I search? Good morning, everybody. Just trying to pull up a stream over here on the iPad. And then we will get into turning some blanks. Oh, ooh, it says live. Look at that. Oh, sweet. Finally figured it out. Don't even have to log in to see chat today. That's great. I knew it would only take a couple days. Oh, I forgot. Let's get that thing spinning back. All right. I think it's actually time. I will try not to show you the insides of my filter on my face mask. And it seems to stopped following me, but it'll pick up here soon enough. Let's see if you can find me now. Hey, there I am. Years ago, when I bought my RZ mask, it came with a whole bunch of filters, so I'm just going to swap it out real quick before we start turning some blanks. As always, you got to have your coffee on hand. Don't know if it's good for it to be this close to the lathe, but we'll take it. Is this the last one for this pack? It sure is. What's everyone using for dust masks these days? I know RZ doesn't really do well with the beard and everything. Why are you not showing that you're charging? There it goes. But if you have any suggestions for new dust masks, I'm in the market. I do like the there's like a new over the head full respirator, but those things are just so expensive. I just can't afford it right now. Maybe down the road. I'd say this filter has seen better days. Let's get back over here. Didn't even have the nose padding in it anymore. This is always the most time-consuming part. So I think today we're going to turn up, I got at least 2 more black walnut blanks that we were turning the other night. So I'll start with those because they're pretty quick. And then depending on time, because we've only got about 50 minutes before work starts, I will maybe turn some maple or oak, whatever it is we have down here. And I'm seeing some more checking on some of the oak, so I might want to get that turned beforehand because that was a little wetter than the black walnut. No shocker there though. Okay, one side's in. And there's the other side. Okay, let's get this on. Why are you not staying on? I think I gotta set my, oh, It's probably because it doesn't recognize that there's activity going on because I'm not in an app, I'm in a browser. So a hack I found for viewing comments on a TikTok stream, because you guys are way over there, and my eyesight, not the youngest of people anymore, not that good. So you can log into, or you can just open TikTok, search for a channel, and it'll show you a live feed in. Why'd you jump way over there? It'll show you a live feed of what's going on. But I don't think this old iPad recognizes that there's video being played. So I need to find display. Display. Screen distance, display brightness. Dictation. Keep active until dismissed. No. Give me just basic display. Power? I'll have to find it. This iPad's pretty old. All right, let's get this going. Let's pull this back up just in case anybody hops in, wants to say anything. Let me wait for it to reload here. Why? Hello, I'm over here. Someone tell me if that keeps happening. Yeah, see, I also don't like that this gets in the way of my glasses. All right, let's get this first guy going here. If someone can let me know how the audio's. I guess I could turn it on over here. Let me see. There's the volume. See if I can hear anything. I guess if I had the sound unmuted. Nope. I want sound. There it goes. Now let's see. Yeah, all right. That's all right sound. I want sound. There it goes. Now look at that. You guys could hear double the noise. All right. So, doing same thing we've been doing with these blanks, just to give you an update. We're rough turning these, doing the outside first, and then we'll flip them over, do the inside, let them dry a little bit longer, then we'll put them back on for its second turn. Let's get going. Let the thing spin up. Might be a little fast. All right, a little high. How's everyone's morning going? It is a Friday, so that's good. At least last I checked, it was Friday. When I left the house a little bit ago, it was Friday. So hopefully everyone's going to have a great Friday and a good weekend. Get this going a little bit faster. That's an annoying sound. All right, see where we're at. Holy smokes, look at that. We are definitely going to have to address that. That's going to take some filling. That's that was hiding under there. I did not see that. So, we'll be very careful. Actually, I don't even know if that's salvageable. Let's just stop with this blank right there. I don't want it to blow apart. And that's the biggest check I've had here on these boards. Let me just throw some CA glue, let it soak in for a second. And then we'll set this one aside. We'll go to a different one. Most of this might turn out because we still got to get rid of all this bark inclusion, but I can't tell how deep that goes down right now. So let's just throw some of this in there to hold it together. It's sucking it up like it's pretty deep. Which is fine. Just hit it with a little bit of activator. Stuff back over there. All right. Let's just set this guy to the side. This seems to be on these smaller branches. You never know when you're going to run into some splits. That can go over there to dry. We do have another one right down here. I think this is our last one of the black walnut. Yeah, that's fine. I got 2 more blanks after this of the maple. Might be a little bit more complex to turn. All right, there we go. This one was growing some hair. How we doing? Anyone have any exciting plans for the weekend? I know I will be running all over Cleveland this weekend, but it's all worth it in the end. Maybe I'll try to hit up Woodcraft while I'm out. I don't know what they have on sale this month. You know what I find relaxing is showing up to work covered in sawdust. It's great. And we just gotta keep an eye on the time. We're gonna go till about 9 a.m. Eastern. See how much we can get done by then. No, I don't want to log in, TikTok. Not now. Got to log in for the full experience, but looks like I can still see people joining. That's what I want it for, just to be able to see if there are any comments and when they pop in. I might have to set up a second account. Comments are off, viewers. I don't want to log in. All right, might have to log in to actually. I can still see who's joining. Someone could post a comment. That'd be great, just so I could see if this actually does work. I guess I kind of need to like kind of lean to my left, which is not normal for me turning, just so you guys can see what's going on. Get through all this bark. Oh, it's going black. Oh, no. It's all right. We're still good. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, still got a ways to go. Get rid of this bark inclusion. Right back to it. Maybe a little bit more speed. Definitely got some flat still. Not too bad. A lot of bark still down at the bottom. It's good. It's good for next time we get out there cutting some blanks. Maybe we can do a little bit less bark. Huzzah. All right. Maybe one more pass. We'll get rid of this bark. This might be a unique one. It's definitely gonna have some bark on the foot. There's no way around that. All right. I I think the actual play here for viewing comments and stuff on TikTok is to set up a new account just for viewing. I like this iPad. Yo, where? I'm not even over there. Where? Hello? Can you see me now? What is up with this camera today? This tripod's all over the place. Hopefully, it's not too crazy for you guys. Ridiculous. If you guys like what's going on, don't be afraid to leave a like. If you're not following the channel, give us a follow. We just getting into doing live stuff, but we're trying to post on here at least daily. I don't know if I have anything scheduled right now for 10 o'clock's usually when I put something out. I'll have to see. I can't remember. All right, how are we looking on the bark down here? All right, that's manageable because some of that's going to come off anyway. I think we'll have enough to bite on there. I don't want to go too small. So let's grab our measuring device. Hey, thanks for the follows, everybody. Like yesterday, we did like a breakfast coffee and talk stream. I kind of like these 1 hour before work. Everybody's off to school and their jobs, and I can just sit out here and relax an hour before work. All right, let's get this turned. We'll really see if this foot will work now at this size. Trying to keep them as big as possible because these will be twice turned. So you never know how much I'm gonna have to take off once they dry even more. They are pretty dry to begin with. I always forget to take my ring off. And a little bit more. There we go. Clean that up a little bit. Let's add our circles in. Oh, that's not too bad. Maybe we'll... That bark's going to be a weak spot when we go to clamp. So I might try to soak it with some light CA glue. Thin CA glue. There we go. Not too bad. This one still has a majority of the pith still in it. What is... Hello, face is over here. Hello. 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 It still has a majority of the pith in it on both sides. So this one has a potential of checking and splitting more till we get the center hogged out. But mostly they are pretty dry. All right, coffee break. Let's try to do one more. I don't even know. Oh, it's only 8:24. We might have enough time to do more than one more. So this will take a little bit longer to round over. If I was smart, I would put it on the bandsaw and cut the corners down, just to give us a little bit of a head start. And yes, I know I could turn the lathe on to spin that on the worm screw, but I don't like doing that. I don't know why. This is a very dirty helmet. The bark on these logs loves to fly off. Actually, let's just see that. Last time I was turning one of these, they were just flying all over the place. So I don't even think I need a chisel. There we go. Just manhandled some tree bark. And you guys, this thing is just not cooperating today. I wonder if it's dirty. There. Did you guys feel that? Hello. I'm over here, camera. It must be. Oh my god. What? I think it sees the orange over there. That's pretty funny. Like if I go over here, I think it's seeing this as a potential head in its head face testing technology, whatever it was. All right. Hey, thanks for the follow. Like I said, if you guys aren't already following the channel and you're interested in wood turning, woodworking, craft making, handmade stuff, you know, give us a follow. We're out here almost daily. This is how I relax. And also, you know, give some more likes. This is fun content. If you've ever had the urge to try wood turning, it's fun. If you've ever thought, you know what, I want to get into wood turning, I just don't know where, look up local woodworking clubs and groups. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's been one of the best hobbies I've picked up in a long time. Woo! I need to bring that speed down. I don't want to chop my hand off. So this will be a little bit more rough. Don't know what it is about this wood. These are the ones usually where I'll get a catch and it knocks the worm screw loose, so then I have to like fix that. But once we get it down, they're pretty nice pieces of wood, especially for free. Once we get it mostly round, we can turn it a little faster. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, as you can see, this one beats you up. Let's I want to take off this pretty sharp point here first. Then maybe we'll pick up the speed after that. Can I get closer to that thing? There it is. There we go. Here's a question I like to ask. I love making wood bowls, but do any of you buy wood bowls? Do you use wood bowls in your daily life? I'm a hit or miss on using them. Love turning them. I use them a lot for like dry snacks and everything, which they work great for. I gotta make a proper cereal bowl. And just try it. I don't know. Something about a wood bowl, it's nice, but then I always tend to, especially with liquids, go back to our porcelain bowls. I don't know. Leave a comment if you've ever purchased a wood bowl and if you use it and what do you use it for. Also, let's leave some more likes on this channel. We got 29 minutes to go. We got to get this thing round in 29 minutes. If it takes longer than that, I better look for a new hobby. Watch it now take like 30 minutes for me to get this turned. This back of the wood. It's crazy how different each wood feels. Like that black walnut was like cutting through butter. And I just sharpened this too. I might have to sharpen it even more. All right. Maybe a little higher. There it goes. One thing you can't get the feeling for on the other, like watching a stream or until you actually do some turning, is you can feel the moisture content in the wood as the chunks are flying off. These aren't super green at all. They were cut down a while ago, over a year ago, but you can still feel there's a little bit of moisture in there, like when you put your hand on the wood here now. But I can feel it in the shavings of just the humidity coming off of it. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool to see, like, to realize, I guess trees are a lot of water. But we still got a ways to go to make this guy round. So we're going to try to start taking some bigger cuts here. And then you just end up with an arm full of shavings. Make it rain! That's so good. All right, let's put that in some more. So I made one of these out of this blank the other day, completely all the way down. And what I noticed on this wood, I really got to get rid of these flat spots, because I liked the look of the other one I was turning with the flat spots, and I was trying to retain them. And what happened was when I started turning the inside, I got too thin, and where the spot went in has a hole. So now I have a bowl with a hole. I guess it's easy for draining, but we'll use it for something. We'll probably put stuff in it to sell out of. Use it more as a stand. It's getting hot, hot, hot. Yeah, on these. Let's get the sides more around first before I figure out anything else. Let's see if we can get some more likes going on too. Also, if anyone could explain what the TikTok likes you to, I think I have it set up for like a cocktail image. Like, what's the point of that? Is that just to show support for the channel? I have no clue. I'm new to all this. Been putting videos out for a while, but streaming on here is something different. So if anyone knows, leave me a comment. Also, don't forget to follow if you're not already following. Like, it's really frustrating having this over here because it kind of wants to work. I'm gonna need to set up a different TikTok account for it. That way, at least it'll stay on while watching it. I hope. I hope so. Woo! Also, how's everyone's Friday going? It's start of the weekend. Just got to get through today, and we can all relax all weekend if that's what you got going on. I unfortunately can't relax. Got way too many errands to run, things to pick up, bowls to turn. Might see some early morning live streams, because for some reason, I don't know about you guys, I'm in my 40s, and during the school week, I get woken up to an alarm because I got to get the kids up ready for school. So 6:30, not too bad. During the weekend, when I should be able to sleep in, I'm up at 6, Saturday and Sunday. And then throughout the summer, also at 6. School starts, I'm like, all right, man, I can sleep till that alarm goes off. It's the craziest thing. Anybody else have that kind of internal clock, I guess? I don't know. My body's saying, get up at 6. Let's get out and do something. So if you see some even earlier streams on Saturday and Sunday, that's why. It's because my body doesn't want me to have any more rest. tough down here. Used to the sapwood being a little bit harder. Oh, there we go. That'll work. That'll get us plenty good. I think I'm going to take it. Let's get our pencil here. You guys can't really see what's going on, but look, what if I bring you around here and I come this way and then I go a little bit further and then I make the camera stop moving? Nope, still wants to move. Hey camera, I said, oh, you know what? That's probably why it was freaking out earlier. We'll just restart it. So I'll just turn it off right now. But to show you, so we still have some of the flats right here. So I think to do this foot, I'm actually going to come in a little bit. This is the great part about bowl design. You can kind of wing it as you're going. Oh, see, now I'm going to miss that. So let's move it in a little bit more. Maybe follow this ring. There we go. And now, bring this in. A little bit different from what we did on the last bowl. Maybe this will be that cereal. It's too small for a cereal bowl. Maybe if I was having a cereal sampler. Yeah, let's do that. Because then once this dries more, we can reshape it and figure out what shape we want to go with. But I'm going to put the... Is that enough? No. There we go. And then, like always, I'm trying to come up with a good like foot design. I don't think this is it. Is not it. There's some other tools I want to get down the road. Hey, thanks for the likes. To really change it, and I've been looking at different woodworkers and how they handle the foot on bowls, because I kind of like keeping them, but they get a little mangled when you go to return the bowl. When you clamp on this foot, it has a little bit of indentations. You can sand some of that off. But I want to have something that's like built into the design so it looks good for the end user, the person buying a bowl, but it's also functional for me. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. But as I work towards that, this is a fine enough foot. It's just real fast. Give this a once over with the carbide. Just so it's sitting a little flatter. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, what time have we got? 8:43. I'll take it. We are plenty of good time. Plenty of time left. Do we have enough time to turn another one of these? I don't know. Of course. I always worry about getting splinters when I do that. So as you can see, it's kind of a shallow bowl, but you know, we only have a little bit of flats left. And when we go to reshape this, I might be able to get rid of that and retain most of this width. But yeah, that one turned out good. So what's everyone doing today? Everyone out getting ready for work or at work, already home from work? Sorry, you don't have to say anything either. I like to sit in streams and watch too. But if there's something you would like to see, just let me know. Plan stuff out. We were talking yesterday morning. I have over here on the wall above me, I've got a 1936 Craftsman lathe, and that's the lathe I learned how to turn wood on, which is probably not the best. The motor I have for it gives you about 10 minutes of working before it starts smoking. Even after took it all apart, cleaned all the coils and everything, it still just smokes. Probably because it's from like the 60s or 70s. But we're gonna get that down. We're gonna mount it to the outfeed table like I used to do, and do a video. Probably do a long form video for that, so it can go up on YouTube and all the other social platforms. But while I have it out, we might do like a stream or something. Maybe I have. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I have the guy we got that from had a whole bunch of old tools that are all rusted. So I got this old wrench here, and I want to turn a new handle for it. So it might be kind of fun. Actually, this is I can't make out the maker's mark. It was made in, it looks like Massachusetts, USA. So it's something LLSONS wrench. But I think it would be fun to take the 1936 lathe that we got from this guy and an old wrench that needs some love on the handle. I mean, we could reuse the handle, but I think it'd be fun to turn a new piece of wood on the 1936 lathe to then bring this thing back to its original glory. I already cleaned it up, took the rust off most of it 3 years ago, 4 years. So it's been sitting in this drawer. Been sitting in the drawer ever since, just waiting. And then, you know, we have another one too. This one, I don't know if it ever had a handle. It might have. This one's cool though because it's a Ford, so it's a Ford wrench. I don't think it actually had a handle on this one though. It just, if it did, that's the weirdest looking tang I've ever seen. But I've also got, you know, for more content, I got a whole tote upstairs of just old tools, all from that same tool haul. I really need to get out to some old, some flea markets and stuff and pick up some old tools because I love working with them. I did a video a while back. Oh, this is going to be oddly shaped. Did a video a while back on these lathe tools I picked up off of eBay, and they're from Delta Rockwell. So they're from the, I don't know if you can kind of see it there. I think Rockwell sold the Delta brand in the 80s. Maybe 1980. And I think those are from the 70s. And I got, I think I'm missing one out of the whole set. I bought them all pieced out, but I keep looking on eBay for another one. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through all of this. I only got about 12 minutes left, but we'll see. This bark's on here a little bit more. So let's try. Maybe it'll take us 12 minutes to get the bark off. I don't know. Who knows these things? So what kind of content is everybody into watching? I figure if you're popping into this stream, you kind of like woodworking, wood turning, that kind of stuff. But anything else you watch? Sorry, if you see me doing the OK sign, it's because the camera has decided to stop because of my hand gestures, and that's what makes it go again. All right. Ouch! That wasn't the tool. That was my thumbnail hitting my other thumb. All right, I need a mallet. Give me a mallet. There we go. Not so much there. This is the lightsaber inspired mallet. It was a fun project. Don't know if I might have put the video up on TikTok. If it's not on TikTok, it's definitely on YouTube from a few years ago. Didn't really do well. That's the funny thing I find about YouTube, is you other content creators might know, but man, it's like hit or miss. I do videos on TikTok and YouTube daily. 10 a.m., like I said. And TikTok's numbers usually pretty consistent, right? Usually they don't fluctuate too much. They'll go up, but never usually below a certain value. YouTube, on the other hand, is a creature of, I don't even know. Try to follow some best practices on videos that like do well over there, and I'll hit like a couple thousand views on shorts and everything, and then the next day I'll get 6. It's like, all right, like what has changed? And then, you know, or I'll get like a whole week of, you know, 3,000 plus, and then the next week I'll get, I think I'm in one of these low lulls right now. I'm like 3, 7, 4. So I don't know. I just leave them up there. Doesn't really bother me any. Just doing this for fun. It's not my day job. That's what I'm getting ready to go do here in about 10 minutes. But it's, you know, it's just funny. And I don't think we're going to get to turn this today. Maybe we'll leave this one tomorrow morning because we only got 8 minutes. So, yeah, we can, you know, finish our cup of coffee in 8 minutes and we can have a chat if anyone has any questions. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like woodworking content, just, you know, follow, leave a like, share it with some friends. The woodworking community on TikTok is pretty awesome. I will say, I've met a few folks on the YouTube woodworking, wood turning community, and we get along. But the communication, maybe it's the TikTok platform at that. Like you can communicate easier with other creators. I don't know. It just seems more friendly. Also, the viewership over here, get way less negative comments in TikTok. I don't know if that's saying something about me or if that's just a trend for YouTube. But yeah, YouTube, you gotta have thick skin sometimes. Let's put it that way. But I do what I might do here later today. I actually don't know what my plans are for tonight, for Friday night. But I did, with how well these bowl blanks are going, getting some small bowls turned for this fair we have coming up. Did go out back, found about 5 or 6 logs, I think, that are about 6.5 inches in diameter. So we need to bring those in, get them milled up. So we'll either, you know, pop back on tonight, do a milling stream. Those can be scary when dealing with round wood on the bandsaw. You never want to do that. Got to have jigs and stuff so you can keep all your fingers. But that way we can get some more blanks turned up, and then next week in the morning we'll have some smaller blanks to keep turning with. We also need to get into, so this wood that we're turning right here came from lower. I think it was lower on this piece of wood, and we got a little bit of a burl here, which I can't wait to get into. So we got to, put this on the lathe and make a live edge bowl. That'll be fun. It'll be cool to see. It'll be cool to see if we can get it to where the burl is on the outer edge. Hopefully we don't lose too much of that wood, because it's one of the few burl pieces I have. What else we got? This was a cool looking piece. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but this piece of wood just looks cool. I might have to encase this. This is all just bark here, so normally this would get cut off, but I kind of like how that looks. It kind of almost looks like a spalting pattern, but it's just bark from the branch. So I might build a container around this, fill it with epoxy. That way we can retain that look, and then maybe make it like a small thin like vase or something out of it. I don't know. When you get this small, there's only, you can do bottle openers, wine bottle stoppers, pens. It's kind of big for a pen. You could probably get 4 pens out of that. But I'm also looking at getting into ring turning. Fellow content creator on TikTok, dark side of the wood. Love his content, and I am jealous of all the jewelry he makes. If you haven't checked him out, you have to. It's fantastic. I just get lost like scrolling through like his videos and just seeing all. So it's kind of inspired me. I want to try to make some rings. I don't have any mandrels or anything like that. Never got into pen turning. Maybe that's something we explore together on this channel. But I want to make some rings. Since having cancer, I lost like 60 pounds or so. So like my wedding ring doesn't fit anymore. So my wife was gonna buy a new one, but I was like, you know what? I really want to get into making rings. So let me try to make it. And this summer we were on vacation up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Side tangent. Very beautiful. If you've never been there, go. I don't know why it took me 40 years to start vacationing in the UP of Michigan. It's an amazing place. But up in the Keweenaw Peninsula, we were on a beach, found some driftwood, brought a couple pieces back, and that to me was the highlight of my summer. It was what I was looking forward to while doing like chemo treatments last year. So I think I'm going to turn my new wedding ring out of a piece of the driftwood from the Keweenaw Peninsula from our last family vacation. So we'll have that coming along. I got to learn how to turn rings first before we get into something like that epic. And I don't know. That'll be a video in its own self, and probably include a lot of video footage from the Keweenaw and the trip to Michigan and that kind of stuff. But what other content would you guys like to see on this channel? I know I always ask. People are always willing to give some kind of feedback on that. But if there's something you would like to see we're just doing a lot of bowls right now. Maybe we'll switch 1 or 2 days to do some spindle turning, do some more bottle openers. I've got kits. Got plenty of kits to do. Let's see, what do I got here? Got plenty enough bottle opener toppers. We got 3 screwdrivers that we can make. We got a hand crank pepper mill grinder kit, which I was watching somebody on here the other night turn a pepper mill. So maybe I give that a go. I don't know. His were amazing. I don't think I can keep up. I definitely can't compete on that level. That was impressive, to say the least. I don't know if I have any wine bottle stoppers. It's nothing a little purchase can't fix. Yeah. Also, and then, you know, outside of wood turning, on the woodworking side, we still have to finish the charcuterie board for a client. We also got to finish the rolling pin for a client. That'll be this weekend. And then also, I really want to build a sandpaper storage system. I've been scouring the internet, got some helpful feedback from you folks on TikTok on different styles and everything. I just have so much sheet paper and round sanding discs. I just need a place to store them. They're currently living in a rolling case, but that doesn't work well. So I want to get it mounted on the wall. Don't know where. Maybe we make it French cleatable. I have no clue. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we slide the rolling rack down, put it here, and then put the bandsaw right there. We could. I mean, there ain't no rules. We make our own rules here. But I wish this thing would tell me. It probably does tell me where, how long I've been streaming for. Couldn't tell you. Give it a couple more minutes though. I think we were on before 8 a.m., which is crazy for me to say that I'm out here doing social media stuff before 8 a.m. Because you hit a point creating videos and creating content where you just get burnt out. So, I mean, I'll go a few weeks just out here working and never turn on a camera, which is fun. That's just therapeutic for me. Just get out here and turn something, cut some wood. Mostly the bathroom the remodel that I'm doing in the house, you know, that's all off camera. Mostly because I don't know what I'm doing, which is a lot of DIY. And so there's probably a lot of me cursing and doing recuts 4 or 5 times. That old meme or adage of, you know, measure twice, cut once. You know, for me, I could measure 100 times and still have to cut it like 6 or 7 times. Different boards running to and from here in the hardware store. So I think I need to get the air compressor. Get some of this. If you don't have an air compressor, best way to clean up before work. Hopefully it doesn't kick on. Of course. Now you guys get to hear the air compressor running. And when it kicks off, that's when we can end the stream. So hopefully it's not too annoying. But, you know, any day now, air compressor. I didn't use that much air. I guess I could go turn it off manually. There we go. That's better. All right. I'm over here, camera. Do you see me? No? You lost? Camera's lost. It must need a full reboot. But all right. Thanks everybody for joining. This has been fun. If you haven't already, follow the channel, leave a like, share with your friends. Leave a comment for what you would like to see me turn on stream. If it's not bowls, you want to see anything. There's anything round we can turn. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I haven't turned yet, but I don't know. All right, I'll talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. We'll see. So follow the channel if you want to see some more streams. Talk to you guys next time.